Alright, in this lesson we're going to go over what a for loop is and how to use it. Okay, so a for loop's format goes like this. You have the keyword for, and inside parentheses you're going to have something that's an initialization of a variable. You're going to have a termination sequence and a increment of a variable. Usually this variable that gets initialized you're going to increment here. And then you're going to do some stuff inside here, and that'll keep on happening until the termination part of this for loop is reached. So for loops are generally used with arrays. They're very handy for both sometimes initializing, but definitely for displaying elements of an array. Let me give an example though of what this looks like in action. So if I create, I'm not going to show you the array example first, but this is just a basic example of how a for loop can look. And I can actually bring this up so it's right there, a bracket. So you got for, and then we're going to declare an int name I, that's pretty standard protocol, equals 0. Okay, so int I equals 0, semicolon, and then while I is less than 5, semicolon, I plus plus. So what we're going to do is it's going to print whatever number I is equal to until I is no longer less than 5. So let's see how that compile. Wow. So you go 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then once it's no longer less than 5, the for loop ends. So that's how for loop works. Let me show you how it works with an array, because that's going to be part of your assignment. Type int called lotto, which is going to represent our big 4 lottery drawing here. So we're going to use this random number here to generate our simulation of a lottery drawing. Okay, new, and then the size of the array, which is going to be 4. And then you have your for loop, which we do the same thing, int I equals 0, while I less than 4, because remember we start at 0, so we're going to have 0, 1, 2, 3, that's our 4 elements, okay? I plus plus, so it's going to increment each time, and then we make lotto and square brackets inside I, so that'll start at 0, and it's going to, this is the initialization of our array. So we declare the array here, and it's getting assigned values on this line here. Okay, and then the second for loop is we're going to just print out what each element in our lotto array is equal to, so we can see what those random numbers actually generated. Alright, so let's compile that, and we should generate 4 random numbers and then display them. Oh, there you go, 10, 6, 1, 4. So look for your assignment in the description of this YouTube video, and let me know if you have any questions.